The Bible and the story of Moses makes it clear that Egypt is the number one enemy to God. So let's see who's from Egypt and what do they do. He said, evil shall fall upon Jerusalem and Judah because they have came forth out of Egypt, even unto this day. For they build idols and they serve idols and they worship them. So they didn't worship God, they worship idols. Who else worship idols? The Vatican, which was made 500 years ago. Hence, the Ethiopian original tongues was written 1600 years ago. So 900 years after this was written, the Vatican was created. But people look to the Vatican as if they're the beginning. So let's see where the oldest synagogue in the world is. It's located in Egypt. And what is it called? Called the Ben Ezra Synagogue. It's the oldest in the world and also the longest serving. A synagogue that stood in Egypt since the 9th century. Because you remember, it wasn't until the 7th century when Europeans started calling themselves Jewish. Hence they followed Judah. Hence Judah was there before they converted. So let's read. Ge'ez is older than Hebrew. The oldest Hebrew writing artifacts date back to about 900 BCE, and Ge'ez artifacts date back to 1600. The Book of Enoch and Ge'ez is only full manuscript. Holds Ge'ez as the language of the original, from which the Greek and Aramaic copies were made, pointing out that it is the only language in which the complete text has been found yet. So as we could clearly see, the nations will know that the house of Israel went into exile for their iniquity because they acted treacherously against me. Hence, in Ethiopia, the son of the king acted treacherously against the King of Kings. Now, where's Israel? Where is in Ethiopia, where Sheba is from. Hence, it's called the mountains of Israel. Why? Because in Amos 9:7, it makes it clear that the children of Israel are the children of the Ethiopians. So ask yourself, in the place that they call Jerusalem, which God is going to bring evil upon, how many palaces they have? And when was the last time a king was crowned in their palace?
You are descended, Your Imperial Majesty, from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba.
This is just our story, ancient story.
You notice the reporter is telling him that he's a descendant of Solomon, while the king is like, no, I'm not a descendant of Solomon. That is just an ancient story. But they use that to promote Jewish propaganda, because they want us to believe that Ethiopia learned Christianity from Jerusalem. That's the whole point of the Kevin Nagus. Hence Selassie I said, it's just a story. It's not based on facts, because in reality, Ethiopia is Zion, and I am the king of Zion, and I also go by the name of David. Because in my title itself, I am the root of David, and I'm literally the last to sit on the thrones of David. For the throne of David is a Solomonic dynasty, and is clearly in Ethiopia, and Zion, by the way, is Ethiopia, it's not in Jerusalem. Listen.
He became emperor on November 2nd, 1930, and was crowned Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, King of Zion, conquering lion of the seed of Judah.
He's going to conquer Judah for all their lies and all their treachery.
Body man fall down under a siege. Atheists get turned into believer. Church man get turned into a Peter. Holy Ghost fire upon every believer. Hebrews and Jews learn about the Redeemer. Muslim get turned into a Christ seeker. Krishna exposed not the God but the creature. Put up on dead in the grave with a fever. Demons come out of the mouth and the beaver. Bishop fire up, they come upon the land one day. Fire up, they come upon the land.